There's nothing new. I still look like a mess, as I typically always do. So, nothing new. I'm still a mess, alright? Um, I really decided, upon starting the Song of Achilles, that I would really sit down and talk about my thoughts and feelings upon reaching page 100. Page 100, okay? I'm all set. I'm all set to do that. I was not prepared for a lot of things. Let's start that way. Alright, I was not prepared that I would manifest really intense feelings upon reaching page 100 exactly. Like, have I manifested that for myself? Because, wow. Wow, Madeline Miller, have you really plotted this so exquisitely detailed that that important milestone really happened at exactly page 100? This is the paperback that I'm talking about, of course. I'm really happy with the tabbing colors that I picked for this, by the way. Yeah, page 100 on the paperback edition, of course. This was around the time they were 16, and they've already spent several number of years with their mentor Chiron. And it's one of those days where Achilles' mother visited them, and uh, if you know what happened after Achilles told Patroclus of what his mother revealed to him, if you know, you know. I mean, there were already several instances of them coming to terms with that feeling, that revelation, but it's still so satisfying, which really brings to tell and establish how the writing, the execution here is splendid. All right, it's I'm speechless. uh, Historical fiction romance. I mean, I know, of course, that this is a retelling of a very well-known mythological story. I know that, but the historical fiction romance aspect is just superb, excellent, and just coming of age. Uh, I wish I could reveal to you why exactly it's really touching me in countless ways, because here am I again, being annoying about writing, but these genres, shall I reveal it? Are genres that I really speculated touching on the novel that I finished. Oh my god. Oh my gosh. But oh my goodness. As early as now, Fearless Forecast, it's gonna be a 5 stars. Who is surprised? Everyone is obsessed about this book, and now I understand why. And it's making me so happy. So impressed. So, I'll talk more later. Still have more family events to go. Yeah. More fun.
Honestly, this to me is one of the most obvious demotivating factors of why I struggle with book reviews this year. It's the awareness really growing in me, questioning, challenging whether what I'm doing is really still a book review or am I just really talking about my book experience? Because I'm aware that there's a difference between the two. That's clear on me. I know. See, you see how I really am prone to this roundabout way of doing disclaimers because I feel like the thoughts that I shared about the books that I've read this year are really just mostly confessions about my reading experiences. So I'm gonna do just that right now. Yeah, confession after confession after confession. I think it's a really nice problem to have, anyways, because I feel like 2024 is truly a year of spectacular reads. Okay, and what's a bigger testament to that than wordlessness, speechlessness? I want to talk about the brilliance of the books, but I feel like anything I say wouldn't suffice. I feel so undeserving to create a book review of the books that I read. And the Song of Achilles couldn't have rendered me speechless than what it did. I, I, I don't know where to start. It's so good. Oh my goodness. It's so good. So yeah, I'm gonna start with another confession, of course. The reason why I flex that is very intentional. You know what? If I would read books at present, okay, at present, if I would read books without tabbing expectations, I feel like I can. Well, Song of Achilles, in particular, okay. I can say this about Song of Achilles. If I have read this without tabbing, I probably have finished it within a weekend, 2 days max, Saturday and Sunday. I could have done it, but because I experience a shortage of tabs. I had to pause and wait for the delivery of tabs. It goes without saying. It goes without saying that this is my most tabbed book of 2024. Hmm? Not surprising at all. Madeline Miller, this author. Sis, now I know. Now I know why you fell in love with her writing. Because I fell in love with her writing too. Thank you. Thank you so much. I One of the things that are so delightful to me is whenever hype about something is so rightfully deserved. And you know what? Madeline Miller getting all that glory, okay? Getting all that acknowledgement. I am so happy. I'm so happy she is a great writer, a powerful writer. Wow. Wow. Have I have I ever talked about my system for tabbing? Because I always follow a different tabbing system, of course, for each book. Colors definitely are different according to their book cover designs, which I always tend to follow or align to for the sake of aesthetic. I know, I know. For Song of Achilles, I used the yellow tab for intense. That means I tabbed it for the parts that I got really, really emotional, very riveting. Every part of the story that made me feel a bunch of things and feels yellow. Okay, and then the orange part. Oh, the turquoise color, since it matches the book cover design. That's for important. Okay, so very very essential parts of the story that I need to remember and take note of. Turquoise. So I allot this intentionally that color because I know I'm gonna mark a lot of parts turquoise. Okay, and then finally orange. That would be for impressive parts that are my absolute top favorites. Very very brilliantly written orange. Okay, so uh, I intentionally indicated those adjectives, but of course there's so many things. But yeah, important, intense, impressive. Three things, right? Three eyes to make it easier for my brain. And the struggle really, and I don't know if you'll agree with me, if a book is so great, you just want to tab everything. I just want to tab every page. It's that good. So many parts are all three. So what will I do? I have to pick one. But a lot of the parts are honestly important, intense, impressive. Some of Achilles. In particular, I also want to really express absolute admiration for how Madeline Miller is the type of writer whose writing doesn't compromise the plot progression and the presentation of the character layers. because you know what? Very, very frequently, if the writing is prioritized, those other things suffer a little bit. But Madeline Miller doesn't have to worry. She can manage to execute all of that without strain, without struggle, effortless. Okay, so another confession. Confession after confessions, yes. My family, my friends, it's all clear to them how I have a tendency to hesitate. Consuming content, so series, movies, books, even, that are adaptations. All right? So in book speak, retellings, okay? I really, really, really struggle picking up those kind of works because I feel like I don't have anything against them, all right? Let's make this clear. I don't have anything against them. It's just that in matters of prioritizing, they're not going to be at the top of my list. Let's put it that way, all right? I wouldn't be so desperate and dying to consume them, to experience them, because I feel like I already know. I already know. So that's probably, admittedly, why I wasn't that quick. Why I'm this horribly late about the Song of Achilles hype. Because, knowing that this is a retelling of something very, very well known, Iliad, of course, is a very important work in literature. I didn't feel compelled, to immediately get into the train. Okay? But now that I finally got a taste of it, like I said, it gives me so much joy to really be enlightened and educated about why the hype happened. It's so good. It's so good. I feel like the setting, okay, on a world building kind of perspective, for those who are not big into fantasy world building, I'm kind of guilty about that. Um, what Song of Achilles triumphed, if it hasn't triumphed over everything, I know that, of course. But world building, setting up the setting, executing the presentation of the world setting is just so successful. I wish there were better words, but yeah. Very, very inviting without being intimidating. Let's put it that way. Okay. And the characters, of course. Wow. I mean, of course, it's a given. Achilles and Patroclus' connection and their chemistry. Chef's kiss. It's wow, wow. Countless moments of me just squealing and just feeling the feels. It's so good. What I love the most about them, I pretty much love a lot of the layers in their personalities. Admittedly, with Patroclus, because here's the thing. Okay, here's the thing. When it comes to love stories, especially since this is almost like, well, it is told in a first-person point of view. Um, this is gonna be rich coming from me. Okay, but that's another story for a different thing entirely. But I kind of question things whenever it's considered sort of one-sided. Why? Because I, as much as possible, refrain from making one side of the pair as only the narrator. Okay, I want it to be really presented equally. So I feel during the first couple of pages, I felt like, Patroclus, come on, give me more, give me more. You're doing well as a narrator, but I want to know more about you as well. Okay, Achilles is, of course, presented in that, very ideal type of hero. Okay, so those are my challenges initially about the two of them. But then, when the events in the plot finally presented the opportunity for them to step up and to really talk to you, the reader, more, wow, wow, wow. One of my favorite things is how, wow, it's kind of, I would consider it groundbreaking that the dilemma, one of the, the very critical dilemmas, was when Patroclus is coming to terms with the significance of validation, glory, um, fame, if you will, to Achilles. If you know, you know, right? That prophecy, that dilemma brings to challenge how they're going to advance with the rest of their lives. I really felt how torn the both of them were. Oh, I love it when a scenario really, oh wow, sends you into that level of devastation. It's so good. I love it. I love it that what's presented as sort of, can it really be considered a flaw? But that's the closest thing to an imperfection Achilles had, okay, in this story. Yeah. how much he really values that claim to glory and fame with heavy, heavy importance. Right. If you know, you know. Wow. Wow. The characters around them. Wow. Ladies. I guess it's even more resounding because to me it felt like, wow, is this destiny happening? Because friends, with the present events that are unfolding and me reading Song of Achilles alongside those happenings, I am seriously like, yeah, me and my family were avidly watching Pulang Araw. If you know, you know, okay? The Yulo thing, the Olympics and all that. But, but anyway, yeah, ladies. Oh, okay. All right, it's been a while since we encountered a kind of villain. Is she really? But yeah, you get what I mean. You get what I mean, right? Of course, I'm obsessed with Achilles and Patroclus. I am, no question, alright? But other than the both of them, if I'm gonna be asked who my favorite sub characters were in this book, frankly, Chiron and Odysseus. I love how cunning and clever they were. Sort of like mentors, right? Or yeah, just people trying to direct manipulate. They're just so interesting and intriguing to me. I was so close to thinking, you know what, Madeline Miller, if you're gonna write about them, I'm seated. I'll buy it. I'll read it. Yeah, Song of Achilles. Sis, how do I thank you for really inspiring me to pick up this book? I love it. I love it. Okay, definitely ending on my best books of the year list. Am I a Madeline Miller stan now? Yes. Yes, I am. What a happy September! Good books, good books. Yay! Song of Achilles. 5 stars? 10 stars? 100 stars. It's so good. Thank you, Madeline Miller. Thank you, Madeline Miller.